Hello everyone and welcome yourselves back to the YouTube channel, back for episode 3 of myself and Ronnie LeDrew, the amazing Rainbow Star, who played Zippy. And of course, we are here to talk about another episode of Rainbow. Ronnie was not involved in this episode because he was introducing Series 3, but obviously he will give his insight on obviously what's different, obviously, what he enjoyed about the show itself. So, Ronnie, welcome back to the channel, of course.
Thank you. Nice to be back. Very interested to see the second episode of Rainbow. This is all very exciting.
Series 1, Episode 2 from 1972. Are you ready?
Oh, wow.
Let's go. And this one's called Farm Animals, for those of you who
thank you.
So I'm just going to be quite interested, I gather.
Interesting. We changed the credits. This is the early credits, which is quite fun, but they made them a bit more, I think, slightly more modern looking. I don't know, less drawing.
Yeah, is it the house one where he comes from the back to the front?
And this is interesting. This shows you the whole full studio, and then they sort of carefully put the set in and then stop the camera and then put the set in. So that was the original set. There's the table there, you can see.
Oh, whatever's going on? Do you know?
Hello, David.
No.
Zippy's making animal noises, and I'm trying to look like the animal he's pretending to be.
Oh.
Can you guess this one? Go on, Zippy.
Moo. Is it a cow?
Yes, that's right. What about this?
A pig?
That's very good, yes. David's very good, isn't he, Zippy?
All right, I suppose.
What do you mean, all right?
Now, what about this one?
That's a cockerel.
It is a cockerel, isn't it?
We'd never have known just looking at you. It's only because my noise sounded so real that he guessed.
All right, I'll make the noises then.
You can't.
Well, you'll see. Listen, David.
Are they all going to be farm animals?
Yes.
Right.
If we get them right.
Moo.
Yes, Zippy's voice really did change, didn't it? It's interesting when you hear Peter Hawkins' voice.
It's a cow, see, didn't know.
Snort, snort, oink, oink. Snort, snort, oink, oink. Snort, snort, oink, oink.
Is a cow too?
I told you, Bungle, you're hopeless.
Of course I know what it is, Bungle, and you're not hopeless. It was a pig. I was only pretending not to know.
See, what about this noise then? Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Oh, that's a cockerel again, a cock-a-doodle-doo.
Yes. See, Zippy, you're not the only one that can make noises.
Oh, Pa.
Never mind, Zippy Bungle. Do you remember the rhyme about the cockerel?
Cock-a-doodle-doo, my dame has lost her shoe.
Yes, that one. Do you know it? Cock-a-doodle-doo, my dame has lost her shoe. My master's lost his fiddling stick and doesn't know what to do. Cock-a-doodle-doo, my dame has found her shoe, and master's found his fiddling stick. Sing doodle-doodle-doo. Cock-a-doodle-doo, my dame will dance with you, while master fiddles his fiddling stick, for dame and doodle-doo. Cock-a-doodle-doo, my dame has lost her shoe, my master's lost his fiddling stick and doesn't know what to do. Cock-a-doodle-doo, my dame has found her shoe, and master's found his fiddling stick. Sing doodle-doodle-doo. Cock-a-doodle-doo, my dame will dance with you, while master fiddles his fiddling stick, for dame and doodle-doo. There's a cow eating grass. The cow's in a field.
They're all black and white.
Yes.
That one's hungry, David.
Look how it moves forward, slowly, eating all the time.
That one's got its mouth full of grass. It's chewing and chewing. Oh, there's one with an itchy back.
And another one. I expect a fly has bitten it. Flies are a nuisance to cows.
Oh, look, David, it's a pig. Isn't it fat? What's it doing?
Looking for food, I should think.
What's that one doing?
It's called rooting. See how it digs into the ground with its long nose? Well, he's trying to find something to eat.
They're looking for food too, aren't they? Pigs do eat a lot. What funny curly tails. Some chickens now, David.
Yes, pecking the ground. There's two cockerels.
Like cock-a-doodle-doo, you mean?
Yes, that's right. A man chicken is called a cockerel. Look how he struts about.
Nodding his head. Ooh, sheep, look. Covered in wool. Why are sheep all together like that?
In a flock, you mean?
Is that the word for a lot of sheep all together? A flock?
Yes. Well, sheep like being in a flock. It makes them feel safe.
Like being in a crowd?
That's it. You see, sheep get chased a lot by dogs and foxes. If they keep together in a flock, it's much more difficult for the dog to know which sheep to chase.
Oh. Ah. Some of them have got black faces, haven't they?
Yes.
Oh! What are those animals?
They're little goats.
I'd never seen a goat before. Don't they run fast? What are those two doing? Are they fighting?
No, they're playing. Look, now they've gone back to the others.
Oh, that one's got two horns, David, look. They do like playing, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Curly and straight again.
Yeah, like you said in the last episode, how do you like repetition?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's supposed to be
Gate, is it, or something? Farm
think
gate,
so.
I don't know. It's a field, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, with a tree and a bush.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. Oh, cows. Somebody's walking by. Interesting, just using the sound effect rather than actually showing cartoon of a cow shutting the gate. Ah,
Little Bo Peep has lost her sheep and doesn't know where to find them.
That's because someone left the gate open. If you leave the gate open in the field, the sheep and cows will run away.
Bo Peep
see,
doesn't have any
Mooney and
farm.
Sunshine.
It wouldn't stop them running away.
Sunshine was
Oh,
very
stop
much
me
like
laughing.
Zippy in a way, a bit bossy. So they sort of got rid of those characters eventually because they thought Zippy's the bossy one. And when they brought George in,
Someone left the gate
Yeah.
open.
you know, he
They
was
ran away.
a much better foil for Zippy. And so, oh, hello, bye bye. I didn't think they'd get rid of him that quickly.
So they felt it was quite repetitive with both of them being bossy.
Yeah.
Donald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on this farm he had some chicken, E-I-E-I-O. With a here, there, here, there, everywhere. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had some sheep, E-I-E-I-O.
here, there, here, everywhere.
Here, there, everywhere.
Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O.
Now old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had some pigs, E-I-E-I-O. With a here, there, everywhere.
Here, there, everywhere.
Here, there, everywhere.
Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O.
Now old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on this farm he had some ducks, E-I-E-I-O. With a here, there, everywhere.
Here, there, everywhere.
Here, there, everywhere.
Here, there, everywhere.
Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald.
What did you do at work today?
farm, he had a donkey, E-I-E-I-O.
They farmed out the noises.
Here, there, everywhere.
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 Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O.
Now old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on this here farm he had some cows, E-I-E-I-O. With a moo-moo, here, there, everywhere.
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 Amazing, they remembered which.
No, I would forget.
Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O.
And on this farm he had an old car, E-I-E-I-O. With a
An old car.
there, there, everywhere. Here, there, everywhere. Here,
There, everywhere.
Here, there, everywhere.
here, there, everywhere.
Sounds like they're getting out of breath now.
Here, there, everywhere.
Here, there, everywhere.
Oh, MacDonald had a farm. E-I,
Oh, there you go.
Just late.
Are you going to open the rainbow book now, David?
Yes.
Oh, it's a stop motion, isn't it?
Oh, is it? Ah,
I think so. Wrong, sorry.
Storyteller.
Plump Hen was picking and pecking in the meadow grass. She said softly to herself. All at once, she
Interestingly enough, Pamela always said to the storytellers, we don't want to use auto cue, which is, the words going in front of the camera. They had to learn the song, the story. Oh, sorry, the story, the storytellers. So they spoke into the camera, from memory, their story, which was actually quite hard to do. And some storytellers were better at it than others. So, most actors, obviously used to acting and looking at another person and ignoring the camera and just getting on. This time, suddenly to look straight into camera is, is much harder. But obviously she seems to be quite good at it. Sometimes they didn't. I don't know whether they're going to show some illustrations. They are good.
They're quite wrong, Pig said to himself. It's a beautiful fact.
And they were set up with another camera, usually one camera onto her and two cameras on the illustration. So you'd get one camera already set with that picture, and then somebody else would take that one off and put another one on so that the cameraman could focus and get on to the next picture.
Yeah, so they pan back and forth.
Exactly. Here we are, there's another picture. And that would be on a stand. And so it's on a card behind.
Yard full of
And so
animals
you just
has fallen into
put
the
the
water.
card against the
they all
stand and
exclaimed.
the camera would
We must run and get
take the
on.
picture.
While all the
And
animals...
that would be, see, there's one, or that would be two
Really
cameras. So the mixer would have mixed into the one. So the two cameras would have been ready with their
Oh,
picture. So that's a mix into the next one.
It dried the rain puddle all up. Plump Hen stopped running around in circles and cried, "Look! The animals have all climbed out safely."
It's interesting, as though she's inside the story, because the background is similar to the when you open the book, you know, the same sort of illustration.
They have, agreed
Which is
Hen.
quite interesting.
And he went off to eat corn in the farmyard. Yes, quite right, snorted Pig. And he waddled off to crunch red apples in the orchard. Curly Sheep said, "Maa, maa," and went back to nibbling sweet clover in the pasture. "Moo, moo," said Cow. All of the animals escaped, and she went away to find a shady tree and to chew her cud. Wise Old Owl looked down from a tree above and chuckled to himself.
Oh, that's nice.
Little Bo Peep has lost her sheep and doesn't know where to find them. Leave them alone and they'll come home, wagging their tails behind them.
Rubbish.
One little cockerel, bright and gay, stood on a gate at break of day.
Oh, little cockerel, how do you do?
Quite well, thank you, cock-a-doodle-doo. I'm going to make a pig now, a potato pig. You can make one later on. Ask your mother if you can have a potato to play with. Then you'll need 6 used matches and a pencil.
Ooh.
First of all, stick 4 of the matches into the pig to make the pig's legs. There, like that. 2, 3, 4. There we are, there's the pig's legs. Now, break the other 2 matches in half. Like that. And with one of the small bits, make the pig's tail. There, like that. Then, with the 2 bits which have black on the end, have been used, make the pig's eyes by sticking them into the potato. There. Then with the pencil, make 2 more holes, there and there, for the pig's nose. There you are, potato pig. Do you think you could make one, Bungle?
I'll try.
Right.
Ooh.
Time. See you soon.
Bye.
Oh, I was going to say they're not going to let him do it on his own. Oh, we have got some credits. Have a look.
So,
Oh, Barbara Mitchell was the storyteller. Yeah, I recognised her face, but I couldn't think what her name was at the time. Obviously, Peter Hawkins still there doing the voice of Zippy and Sunshine. Oh, and lovely David Cook, of course. Oh, Puppets Final Spot, very nice. Stop Frame Animations Limited. That's, I mean, basically that's the same as, you know, Cosgrove and Hall. I think they just, they did their, you know, curly and straight things and used that as their.
Oh, is this the fence and the cow animation?
That was the fence and the cow. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yes, Music Telltale. That was the group. They sometimes had it depended, I think they had a different musician there. He played the violin for that particular episode. And I think they sometimes had a girl in, I'm afraid I can't remember her name, she would be in too. So they swapped and changed a little bit, which was quite interesting, you know, in that group. Whereas when Rod, Jane and Freddie came, or Rod, Jane and Roger were there, it was very much, they were just the 3 of them all the time. It wasn't, they didn't have anybody new coming in, unless it was specially you know, it was needed for the story or something like that. But the person would be, I seem to remember somebody coming in with a bassoon or something, some great big wind instrument, and that was a special thing about music or something, or instruments or something like that.
Right.
So they do that. Interested to know the illustrators, because I recognised, I thought some of the lovely Bridget Appleby just gone by. No, it's all right. She went on to work for Cosgrove and Hall and designed and made puppets for some of that. Oh, there you are, Bridget Appleby. There she is. I don't know the Roger. Is it Dovison? I can't pronounce his name properly. But Bridget went on to direct some the stop motion films for Cosgrove and Hall. She was really clever illustrator. I thought there was some of her early illustration. That was the story, the one that David said about the, I think it was the different animals, or was it different? Yeah, the pig and it was a nice, anyway, it was the illustrations at the very beginning.
Oh,
which were hers. Yeah. And I think the researchers still Sam Pence went to hear something like.
And then John.
And written and edited by John Kershaw. See, he did so many of the scripts in the early days.
So was he there with you in season 3?
He was indeed. Yes, he carried on. Yes, yeah.
Did he do Rumpelstiltskin then? Do you know?
I don't know. That was a later program. That was when the company. I mean, when I say the company, that is the artists in the program. Jeffrey wrote scripts, Roy wrote scripts, Stanley wrote scripts, and also Freddie wrote scripts. But that was definitely a Roy script, the Rumpelstiltskin, excuse me. Yeah. Okay. Interested to know who the director was. Let's see. Robert Reed. No, I don't know who Robert Reed was. I wasn't around. So they used to sometimes, with children's programs in those days, put fairly new directors on, because they felt, well, give them a chance. If they muck up a children's program, it's not so bad. But if they do a drama or something and it's all wrong, they might lose loads of viewers. They're very conscious about how many viewers are looking at each program and stuff like that.
You're not hitting a large audience, are you? Because kids, obviously, if it's just animals you try to showcase, they're gonna like it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's right. And it's interesting. There was quite a lot of film about in that particular episode, because it was all about animals, pigs and hens, and so there's quite a large amount of film in that. Yes. Which of course they couldn't really bring them in, couldn't really bring sheep into the studio. They wouldn't be able to control them really, or whatever. Occasionally we brought animals in, but mostly domesticated ones like cats or a dog, or we did bring a little baby monkey in once when we were doing, I can't remember why the monkey was, but that was quite sweet. Sadly, it hated Jeffrey, and Jeffrey was charming with it, but somehow it took a dislike. But he adored me, which was quite funny. And I was having Zippy so he was sort of next to Zippy. It was very, very funny, but it was quite sweet. They had to give him a little nappy to wear in case he did something dreadful but it was quite funny, really. But anyway, I don't know why I'm telling you all that, because there's nothing to do with our present program.
Everyone loves a bit of insight, so.
Oh, yes.
I think that's produced by Pamela.
Oh, lovely Pamela. Pamela's still there. Produced. No, it's got a year on there. I can't see. No, it's two. No, I can't read it if there is. No, I don't think it is. They did start putting the year on, later, much later. Yes. So that one got an idea of it.
Let's bring it back to the start just while we wrap things. Oh, so how did you enjoy that?
Well, I mean, it was different. I'm not going to say it was a little bit boring. When I would say boring, it's not a nice thing to say, really.
There was a lot of film of the animals, so
yeah, there was lots of film of the animals. But then I don't know what you could do if you were, writing a script about animals. I mean, this was quite funny. It was a bit restricted, really. For them, really, they couldn't really do very much. I think latterly they would have had cutouts, and maybe put cutouts of the animals on their faces or something to make it look a bit more interesting.
Yeah.
But you know, this is the only the second program, I think, isn't it, or something? You
Yeah,
said
this is episode 2. Yeah,
yeah. So you know, it's very early days. So and there's old Zippy there with his funny lip there. You know, was changed when John Thurtle, the puppeteer, took over, and he also made the Zippies. And this one is a violet one, which is, you know, again, you know, she was, you know, very good, but it was just, you know, it evolved like Bungles was changed. I mean, I'm really pleased he did.
I think it's weird because you can actually see the mouth of, you know, when he starts to speak, you can sort of see the human lips, whereas the modern one, I say modern one,
I know what you
20
mean.
years ago.
Yeah.
It actually, but it's cool going back to this, you know, to seeing the differences, to seeing how they've evolved so much.
Oh yes, and it's great, really, that they did. I mean, it's, you know, Pamela was very open to changes and stuff. Like, you know, they thought, well, it was quite a nice set, you know, with these funny little sort of, I don't know what they are, little stars or something. But let's make it a bit more plainer. It's a bit too garish, I think she probably thought. So she had the plainer set original, you know, with the rainbow behind. It's interesting how things, but that's again, it's a good producer and a good group of people working together. You want to evolve the program, want it to get better and not just stay the same.
This question could technically be answered in any episode we talk about, but why did they choose these in particular characters to work with the human characters? Why is Bungle, you know, a bear?
Yeah.
Like, why is Zippy? I don't even know what
whatever
Zippy
he is.
Yeah, why those characters? I know you obviously brought in later, but did you ever find out why these characters were picked?
I think the bear was supposed to be, you know, it was very much a child's favorite toy, a teddy bear. You know,
true.
You took the teddy bear to bed, and you know, it was your little private little animal you spoke to when, you know, nobody was looking and all that sort of thing. And so, and then Zippy, well, Zippy's just, as we called him, a unique. He was just this. Nobody knew where he came from. I mean, and he was just there. I think he was. They needed to have something, not a child, not something you could recognize, who could be naughty, and because he was somewhere, you know, a unique character, he got away with being. He could say sort of naughty things, and it's very interesting. In the early days, they hardly ever zipped him up, which is quite interesting. Though he's got a zip there. I mean, certainly not in those 2 episodes. So I don't know when they did the first zip up, but because he was a sort of unique character, and because he had this zip for his mouth, when he did get too noisy, he could be zipped up. Whereas, you know, you couldn't really do that to a child, and you couldn't do that, you know, to a normal. It wouldn't work. So it had to be a sort of a made-up character, if you like. And
that makes sense. Yeah,
you know, I think that's why that. And then, of course, they realised that there was always a bit of tension between Bungle and Zippy. They, you know, because Zippy always knew everything, and Bungle said, "Well, I know, you know, no, you don't, you know," and blah blah blah. There'd always be this bit of argument going on, and they thought, well, it'd be quite nice to have another character, because there was another space at the window there, a sort of foil for Zippy, and also could be Bungle's friend, and he could be the intermediate, you know, intermediary. He could sort of say, "Oh, I don't think it's very good, you know, I think you should be quiet, Zippy," or, you know, I mean, there'd be all this, and I think that was really a good invention. And interesting enough, you see, they've got the pink wallpaper there. I think when George came, I think it turned into a sort of yellow back, you know, sort of paper or whatever it was on.
So it won't blend with it.
Yeah, so it wouldn't clash with the pink hippo. Yeah.
Oh, is George? Is that what George is? A hippo? I might be being really.
Yes, he's a pink hippopotamus. Believe it or not, based on a pink hippopotamus, if there is such a thing.
Probably. And this is the rainbow background you mentioned in the first episode, didn't you? In the behind.
Yes, that's the and that, you see, basically what they did, and I think they used that. They didn't wait to put the set in every time. They'd film that first time, and they'd use that same bit of tape every time. So
I see.
they could have the set. So you've got the gauze behind that, and you saw it completely free of any sort of set. And then one bit of set would come on, and they'd stop the camera, put the other one on, roll the cameras again, and then it looked. That's how it worked when it went bling, bling, bling. The three different bits of set, and then of course the furniture, everything was put in. But that's how. Yeah, that's
Camera
how they did
trickery.
it. Oh yes.
Well then, that has been our third episode, reacting to episode 2 of series 1. If you guys want to check that out for yourself, came out in 1972, so it's 51 years. If you I'm not trying to show your age, Ronnie. Don't worry.
Yes, I've had a lot of work done. Don't worry. No, I haven't. I'm joking.
Yes. But yeah, thank you again as always for watching. More episodes come very soon in a sporadic order. We have decided to watch an old one that Ronnie did not feature in, and then one that he features in, and so on and so forth, to keep Ronnie's mind in gear.
Thank you, Adam.
But yes, as always, thank you for the knowledge from Ronnie, as always, telling us a bit more about the sets, the characters, the people he worked with, and we'll be back more very soon. Thank you, Ronnie, as always, for being the great co-host you are.
Thank you very much, Adam. Lovely to be there.
Talk soon. Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.